The introduction of the ITF Transition Tour in 2019 is designed to better target prize money to more players and to ease the progress of the best new talent in the game. This is the second in the ITF series of videos and addresses key areas of the WTA Women's Singles Ranking Point System and new ITF World Ranking, how we move between 2018 and 2019, as well as entry into ITF tournaments. In 2018, players earn WTA ranking points at all ITF and WTA tournaments offering at least $15,000 in prize money. From 2019, WTA ranking points will only be awarded at $25,000 tournaments or greater, while $15,000 tournaments will be repositioned as Transition Tour tournaments, where players will earn ITF World Ranking points. See the table at the end of the video, the Transition Tour round-by-round point structure. The final name for the Transition Tour will be announced later in 2018. At the end of 2018, WTA ranking points earned by a player at $25,000 tournaments and above in the previous 52 weeks will be retained as WTA ranking points. WTA ranking points earned at $15,000 tournaments in the previous 52 weeks will be converted to ITF World Ranking points for 2019 and removed from the WTA rankings. It will be common for players to have both a WTA ranking and an ITF World Ranking. This year, the WTA and the ITF will publish weekly rankings that show each player their actual WTA ranking, as well as what their new WTA and ITF rankings would be, as if it were 2019 already, what we're calling their shadow rankings, so that players can familiarize themselves with the new ranking systems before 2019. The number of WTA-ranked players at the start of 2019 may be more than 750, and will depend on how many players earned a ranking at $25,000 tournaments or greater in 2018. From 2019, all tournaments from Transition Tour up to Pro Circuit $100,000 tournaments will be played over 7 days only, with 2 rounds of qualifying in a 24 draw and 5 main draw rounds in a 32 draw. Players will enter all tournaments in 2019 from Transition Tour up to $100,000 tournaments via iPin using their new WTA and ITF rankings. You do not have to choose which ranking to enter with. The entry system will take into account your rankings and work out which ranking accepts you into your best position in a tournament, prioritizing main draw over qualifying draw. Or after the entry deadline and withdrawal deadline, which ranking moves you up acceptance lists into draws. All you have to do is enter the tournament. The order of priority for direct acceptances into a Transition Tour tournament is as follows: players with a WTA ranking, players with an ITF World Ranking, followed by nationally ranked players and, if necessary, unranked players. Direct acceptance lists will vary from tournament to tournament. In each Transition Tour main draw, there'll be up to 5 places reserved for top 100 juniors, as well as 4 wildcards and 6 qualifiers. If a junior withdraws before the freeze deadline, he or she can be replaced by another junior. After the freeze deadline, if top 100 juniors withdraw, those places will go to direct acceptances. Many of the same principles apply when entering Pro Circuit $25,000 tournaments. Direct acceptance places for WTA-ranked players, followed by, if necessary, players with ITF World Rankings or national rankings. There will be no changes to playdown rules for 2019. You do not have to be within the WTA Top 750 to enter $25,000 or other ITF Pro Circuit tournaments. Players within the WTA Top 750 will be able to play on the Transition Tour. In each Pro Circuit $25,000 main draw, up to 5 places are reserved for those with the best ITF rankings. There will be 4 wildcards and 6 qualifiers. In the event that there are reserved places not taken up by those with ITF World Rankings, those places will go to direct acceptances. Similarly, any withdrawals from the reserved places after the freeze deadline will be filled by the highest ranked players accepted into qualifying. In Pro Circuit $60,000 to $100,000 tournaments, players with an ITF World Ranking can be accepted after WTA ranked players on the direct acceptance list. Players will still be able to prioritise their choice of tournament, whilst other entry and withdrawal procedures will remain the same. As is the case currently, if you've been accepted into more than one tournament approaching the withdrawal deadline and don't wish to play one of those tournaments, please remember to withdraw yourself before the system decides for you. We hope you found this video useful. As ever, we value your feedback. For any questions, please get in touch via our email address transitiontour@itftennis.com.